Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So first of all, I got some happy mail. I got this yesterday, and it is from Regina Alston, and she's like, enjoy your gift. These are the gloves that you should wear when you are having skin problems. They are thicker and chemical resistant. So these are 10 ml. They are, let me put this with my other happy mail notes. I can keep them together. Hang on. So thank you so much for these. All right, so these are, they're 10 ml, they're chemical resistant, they're good for food prep, household, plumbing, industrial, automotive, and they have some little grippy things. So we're gonna use these today. See how they got the grippies? And they are powder-free and latex-free, which I have a latex allergy, so that is a plus. So thank you so, so much. I so appreciate them. So I figured what we would do, because I'm trying to let everything calm down more. I have not had any gluten at all since I put that video out. I did go to the store. I got some flour. I got a brownie mix. I made that. That was really, really good. So I've been very, very cautious of anything that I put in my mouth. I will say that. So I figured, what can I do that would be a quick video, still to do with resin? And I was like, I have been wanting to put these on my sticks to make my plant stands for when the craft fairs start up. So I was like, what else do I have? So I pulled out some of my peacocks. I pulled out a few of these butterflies because I think these will also be cute to make a plant stand. So we can just attach our stick, UV it on, and you know, it's just something pretty to put in a plant. And then I was like, oh, well, we could also do the same thing with a turtle. You know, whether we put it at an angle, we put it straight up, down, you know. So I pulled a couple of those out. And then I also pulled out a little frog. So I was like, oh, well, that would be kind of cute. So we're going to see if we can make these work into plant stands. Then I also pulled out some little ones, and I thought, I don't have like a ladybug mold or anything, but I have these little ones. So I was like, oh, well, we could just put like a couple of little turtles on here and maybe like a butterfly at the top. So I don't know. That's what we're going to play with today. So I pulled out both of my Let's Resin UV lights, my cordless one and my double-sided one. And then I have got, I'm almost out of my Bond Craftor resin. So I pulled out a Jade Diction one because I did have an extra one of these. Oh, and really I should have opened that before I put my gloves on, but you know me. All right, so, and this is just the hard type, so it's just a regular UV resin. And I so appreciate all of the comments and tips and suggestions that you guys have given me. It means the world to me because, as you guys know, doing this is my only form of income. So when I'm not making videos, I'm not making no money, guys. So, you know, it's like I haven't been, you know, like buying extra things just because I I gotta get my skin cleared up first here. All right, so let's get, we'll end up probably using both, but this one's just about empty. I'm just gonna move this aside so that we'll just use a fresh new bottle. All right, so this one, for somehow when I put it away, it wasn't fully cured, and his little tail lifted up, which I don't think it's going to be a major problem, but I just want to see how these are, you know, are going to look. And I do want to hide the stick as much as possible at the top so that it, you know, it doesn't show. So what I'm going to do is we are just going to make a line of UV resin. I might actually even grab my my E6000 and see how that works. All right, so, and the tricky part is going to be to keep it level while it is setting up. And then once I can get it so that it's staying good, I'm going to pop it in my double-sided light. Okay, so we've got one. So I want to keep one on so that when I, and I'm just using, these are just like kebab sticks. So yeah, just get them at Hannaford, Shaw's, wherever you shop. And yeah, they make great plant stands. I have a couple in my plants. All right, so let's see. Do I want him? I think I want him kind of at an angle. So we'll kind of do that. And then I'm going to just hold that under there, get that so it's curing, so that it stays. And then I can pop this in my light. All right, so I do want to try one with the E6000. Let's see. We'll do one of these with the E6000 just to see if it holds any better. And I do want to, I can see fingerprints on this one, so I do want to clean it. And remember, guys, everything on my website is on sale, 15% off, and it will be on sale until the 24th. Which is the day after my birthday. Yes, I have a birthday coming up, guys. Oh my gosh. I'm going to be 62. I can't even I don't know about you, but when I hit 60, that was like really hard for me. I don't know why 60. I thought it was going to be 50, but it was 60. I mean, I literally was like in a depression for like 3 months. I don't even know why. It bothered me so much. All right, is this even going to come out? Let me take a scribe. Let's see if I can get the goopy dry bit out. Oh, I guess it's not wanting to come out. I'm going to mess with this a different day. We will try the B7000. It should be about the same. All right, so let's just... Wow, this is not wanting to come out good either. I'm batting 1,000 on my glues here, guys. Word. Oh, I'm glad we're only trying it with one. All right, so we gotta set this. And I'm just gonna have something so that the stick stays at an angle. I got it propped up a little bit. I'm trying to anyhow. All right, I'll just let that set. If it doesn't stay, I'll put some UV on it. All right, so we have a frog, and see, we have our first little one. It's all cured. So I might, just to be on the safe side, put a few little things across. I don't even know if you can see it, just to like really get that stick to stay in. Like this one here has got the stick across. All right, so we got those two done. And we'll get that on 5 minutes. So let's do one of these little guys. All right, and I don't want my sticks to show. Ah. And then we'll stick that in there. All right, so let's try some of these. So this one, obviously, the stick will show because, you know, I don't want them in a complete straight line. All right, so we'll do 3. Just see if they're... All right, we'll use the 3 that are the same color. And that way there. So what I'm gonna have to do is put 1 and then get that to sit and then do the other one. Oh, really? Oh, what a dummy. Well, this is not going as according to plan. All right, let me... But this just kind of gives you different ideas of like what you can do with your extra little, you know, things. So, and then we'll just put this guy going the same way as the top one. Just kind of like that. All right, so... there. So we'll put this in the light. These ones are completely all cured. So now we have our little plant stands. I really like the peacocks on there. So let's do one of these. And this has, you know, like a little bit of a groove in it, so. And then I'll just fill the 2 bubbles with some of the UV resin. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to fill this up. And we're gonna cure it. And then I'm gonna put this on it. So, oh. Let me just, this one's not as just so we have that flat surface. And we'll fill that little hole. Let's take our first one out. And now oh. So, and by getting them attached like that and then putting them under the big light, you know, the double-sided one, I can leave it there for a longer period of time just to make sure that they are, the resin is cured all the way through. All right, let's do... So this should and then what I do is I have like long cellophane bags and I just put them in that. Yeah, I think these are gonna work cool. All right. Do. And I am using, you know, a decent amount because I want to make sure that it stays attached. Like, you know, it's not just going to break off if you bang it. Because I'm constantly moving my stuff from in my craft trailer into the craft shows and back and forth. So... All right, I am just going to put another little bit over the stick. And that way it just gives it that extra little bit. And I'm going to do the same thing on these. So... sometimes I just add these in with an order if somebody buys something from me. I do have them on display in case somebody, you know, wanted to buy one or two for their plants. But yeah, I try to... All right, we'll get that. So, yeah, I figured this would just be a quick, cute little video. Nothing too complicated at all. Except for, you know, getting them to kind of stay where you want them and not roll all over the place. Like this one is doing. And some you can put higher, some you can put lower, just, you know, it depends. And then if the sticks are too long, it's easy for somebody to just nip the end off. Like if you only have a small plant, You obviously don't want this big thing, you know, sticking out. So, you know, you could cut it here and then just stick it in your soil. So there's always that. And this definitely needs a little bit more resin underneath. All right. Now let's put that there. And hang on, let me just see what else I have behind me that I have not finished off yet. I could put 2 small butterflies. Wondering if if we put it like this, you know, then it could be like a skull. But then you have a lot of the stick showing. So we could do another 3 turtle with that color. Let's see if we can make an angel one here. So we could put one at the top. All right, let's do the angel one. Oh yeah, we can do that. All right. And take some of these out, and then I'll show you again after. Put them under a little bit more. Turn this back on. Now I'm wondering, no, that wouldn't look right. No, that would not. You know what I should have done? Well, I can grab it once it sets, because that might make my life easier by using my little light. Why didn't I think of that? Because my old lady brain ain't working, that's why. All right, so this is going to work better because then I can have 2 sets curing at a time. And let's do these two butterflies. Oops. All right, so if we do that at an angle, and then this one at the opposite angle. Okay. That's going that way. And this will go that way. Okay. Let's see. Let's see, we'll just do I'll do the flower and we'll kind of see how that looks. You know, and I only sell these, if somebody does want them, like $2 or $3. It's basically to just get my product back. All right, we'll stick that in there. And let's do another little peacock here. All right. So I'm just doing on the sides and over. You know, and then we could dress those up a little if we wanted. That. Yeah. All right, let's. So you just collect all the little things that you make. I got more frogs somewhere. I'm gonna have to make some more frogs. You know, and then you just kind of turn them into, you know, just little things. All right, we'll do one more here. So I wanted to keep this fairly quick, but still get something for you guys. Okay. Stick that under there. Oh, let's see how. I think those are kind of cute. You know, and then you would just have these like sticking out of the plant. You could even color the stick if you wanted. You know, you could paint it. You know what? I've got two more out. I might as well just make these. Because I have a feeling these peacocks are going to be popular. All right, so this one, I'm going to try to put a little bit higher. Oop. Oop. Well, I was going to try to just scoot a little something underneath, but now I don't have to. Oop. And it's lower, not where I wanted it, but that's okay. And like this one here where I messed it up, I'll probably just stick this in one of my plants. All right, one more here. All right, so I'm gonna do this one little bits at a time so I can get it up a little bit higher. All right, so I'm going to leave those two the way they are. I'm going to leave the frog. I'll show you these all up close here in a minute. I'm going to leave these the way they are. Did I have them all going the same way? I do. What a tart. What a tart. Oh, well. I do have other butterflies like this, so then I'll make sure I put them the other way. All right, and we're going to keep this the same, this the same, but I think I'm going to do some silver on this little guy. All right, where is my cover here? Oh, I lost my cover. Did I drop it? I don't think I did. Oh, well. I'll just move that over there, out of my way. And let me grab... All right, so I'm going to take my gloves off because I'm done with the UV resin. Where's my chrome marker? I haven't used this one in a while. Let's see. Let's try it. This silver is really like chrome looking. And this is just the Deco color. So you could leave these completely plain, you know, or you can color them. I do have some with rhinestones too. I think that just gives it a little, just a little something to make it stand out. All right. This one, let's do a little bit of gold. Because gold goes good with these colors. You know, and you don't have to worry about even spray sealing them or sealing over them because they're going to be in a plant. They're not going to be handled very much. I'm gonna use one of my other ones. This one's not working good. This is the Let's Resin one. I think, yeah, this is gonna work much better. Oh, yeah. I mean, you see it, but you don't. It's like not bam in your face. So that is, and that's our purple. So, you know, you can definitely see the difference. It makes their little like feathers, I think, show up a little bit better. I'm gonna do this one in silver. And I'm just doing the top flat piece. And just adds a little bit of something to it. And I'm gonna leave some plain. Let's see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we've got 2 silver, we've got a gold, and 2 plain. All right. No, I'm not going to do that one yet. All right. So, yeah. So, this is... Let me just... now, see how this stick is sticking up? I'm going to... We're just going to put a little bit more resin. And I'm going to stick that back under the light. All right, so I was just trying to see the difference in the height. See how this one is way up here and then this one is down? So it makes one stand out a little bit taller than the other. So it's just a way of, you know, having different heights to say, if you would. So we have 2 higher, 1 lower. And this one's really much higher. See how I put it down lower? So it's just a way of being able to, you know, if you have a taller plant, you can make it so that it's up a little taller and still use the same mechanism on the bottom. All right, so these are our big flat turtles. And then these are our big butterflies. That somehow I managed to get them all going in the same direction. So it's a matte mold, but if you brush them with the chrome or the metallic powders, I mean the interference powders, they end up with like this shiny versus this dull. It's the same mold. I did nothing but brush the mold on this one. And then we have just our plain gray. And then we have got our little pieces that we added just to give a little something in the greenery. Oh, and we do have this one. And this one I had already painted his little things with like a purple. So we have 6 of those. This is our little froggy. And then that's our other one. So yeah, let me know in the comments what else you think we could use these for, other than like plant stands. I mean, maybe we could make pins or brooches or something like that. So yeah, I will see you guys all on the next video, guys. Thanks for being here. Bye.